Welcome everyone to Meditation Mount and to this group meditation in the solar sign of Capricorn with the full moon in Cancer. The music you've just heard was Lark Ascending by the English composer Vaughan Williams. We chose it because it has the theme of ascent, and ascent is the trajectory associated with Capricorn. So in order to begin our journey, let's gather our forces as we acknowledge and welcome each other from different parts of the world. And these times of upheaval can be tumultuous for us. However, the work that we have to do requires that we stand in the stillness of the heart. So let us do that. Let us take a few deep, gentle breaths, relaxing our physical body. And then breathing out any tensions that may exist in our emotional body. Breathing in a sense of calmness. And we release all extraneous thoughts so that our mind is free and clear and open to receive. And with the next breath, we bring our awareness inside the heart center. And at the center of each of our hearts, there burns a fire, the fire of love. So let us visualize lines of lighted love connecting us heart to heart to heart, creating a receptive field, creating the chalice of our group heart. And we connect with other groups and individuals around the world, and together with our sisters and brothers, we stand as a great planetary network of light, gathered to align with the heavens and to receive, register, and radiate the blessings pouring into our earth through the constellation of Capricorn and from the subtle realms of Gaia. So Capricorn is an earth sign, and the symbol associated with this solar sign is the goat. And the goat has to overcome all the tests and difficulties of ascending the mountain of spiritual achievement. So let's look at the goat. It's said that the goat finds its sustenance in the harsh areas of the mountain, that it needs to move through the dry and arid places, the rocky places, and that it must climb the mountain on its knees, a sign of humility. And in Capricorn, we have the triumph of matter as it reaches its densest and most concrete expression, yet we also have the triumph of the spirit, and that's the test and the opportunity associated with Capricorn. Providing the illumination that governs the intuition, Capricorn represents soul consciousness in the later stages of the spiritual journey. And this allows the seeker to ultimately declare, I realize. So the keynotes of Capricorn are effort, struggle, and determination. So let's have a look at the ruler of the sign. Both the esoteric and exoteric ruler is Saturn. And as we know, Saturn forces us to face our karmic liabilities that, when overcome, bring liberation. And just a reminder that karma represents the lessons to be learned on the path of liberation. It's not a punishment. It's how we are given the opportunity. So karma, we can see it as a gracious gift of a generous universe that always provides us with opportunities to embrace and redeem those past actions that may not have been true expressions of the soul. So we, as the seeker, we climb the mountain of karma and are presented with a seemingly unending uphill struggle to reach the mountaintop where the light is to be found. Let's name the tasks to be achieved in Capricorn. They're the conquest of matter, the elevation of consciousness, and liberation from the past. This includes the overcoming of pride and ambition and the eventual experience of illumination on the mountaintop. Because reaching the mountaintop, the two-horned goat is transformed into the unicorn. So just look at the image for a while. The two horns representing the two human eyes that see the earthly vision now are transformed into the light of the third eye, the one horn that the unicorn has on its forehead. And as you can see, this is a single spiral horn, and it's able to commune with the light of the heavens. And so when the goat becomes the unicorn, we come into deeper alignment with the light of the cosmos. And if you think to that biblical reference where it says, "When thine eye be single, thy body shall be full of light." That's what it means. Our body shall be full of light when the single horn of the third eye of the unicorn is opened. So Capricorn is called the light of initiation. And just let me quote a sentence from the Ageless Wisdom. "This is the light which clears the way to the mountaintop and produces transfiguration, thus revealing the rising sun." The deep nature of the Capricorn experience is reflected in its motto, "Lost am I in light supernal, yet on that light I turn my back." Let me repeat that. "Lost am I in light supernal, yet on that light I turn my back." Let's have a look at that in a moment. So Capricorn is one of the three signs which expresses the first ray of will and power. And we're told that Capricorn is the constellation by means of which comes the conquering will, which releases from form life and initiates the person into the kingdom where in the will aspect, not the soul aspect of divinity, expresses itself. We're not talking about solar fire here. We're talking about the fire of the monad. The light supernal is the light of the monad. It is the highest fire that resides within our particular universe of self. So having reached the mountaintop and received illumination, the spiritual seeker then chooses how to bring this needed illumination into the dark valleys and places of everyday life to aid in the liberation of humanity from its imprisonment in form. So it's one of ascent. And yet, once we've found the light and been bathed in the light and suffused with the light, we turn our back on the light so that the light pours through us and into the world. And we take that light and we go down the mountain, into the valley, into the world of form, into the world of everyday life, and we become the Redeemer by simple acts each day of loving kindness, of wisdom, we're here to liberate humanity from the imprisonment of matter. So that really encapsulates Capricorn. So holding this in heart and mind, Diana will now lead us in the full moon meditation.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This meditation mount meditation. And here we are at the beginning of the year and at the darkest time of the year, of the deep dark of the winter, where all the energy is going down and in. And so here we are in this powerful, potent seed time. In Capricorn, we are in a pause cycle between the breaths. And when there's a pause like this, inhaling, pause, exhaling, right? That pause is where it acts like a new moon, right? It's where the energy is getting ready to come forth. And we're in this pause period now between Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So this is a big, long, hold the breath. And then when we get to the next cycle, we get to exhale. And so this time of intensification, I was looking at the full moon chart today, and we've got sun opposed the moon, which is always the case at the full moon. The full moon is in Cancer, extremely, extremely sensitive, feeling, intuitive, opposing the sun in Capricorn, everything that Michael was just speaking of, that Saturnian energy, esoteric and exoterically, conjunct Pluto. So if there was ever a time to look inward, it is now, by election versus life promptings, because things are coming forth to be seen, to be known, to be healed, to be more deeply understood. And with Pluto there, it acts like a big accelerator to the energy of the full moon, and it's exact. The sun and Pluto, they're a degree apart in Capricorn. And that Capricornian energy works through effort. And there's no shortcuts. There's no, get out of jail free card. It is simply the hard work of consciousness. And this is where we are. From selfishness and separateness to service. From self-discipline and self-control and self-sacrifice, which is discipleship. From ambition to initiation. From achievement to service. From goat to unicorn. So these are the energies that we're working with right now in Ray 1, 3, 5, 7. This time of testing, this time of initiation, and the hard work of awareness and of choosing that effort at this deep winter time. So also, what is happening right now is this full moon in Cancer, which is deeply, deeply feeling. So between these two contrasting energies, there's a lot to work with here. And so in a moment when we go into the meditation, you may feel some of that around the world, because there's so much change going on. There's so much awakening happening. And we are all as a group connecting to harness these energies and to work with these energies so that they land more easily on the planet and in our lives. So in a moment, we're going to go into the meditation, and we're going to have about 10 minutes of silence within that space. And I'll offer a seed thought into that space that I got in my meditation, which I always get in my meditation, to bring into these group meditations. And then we'll work with that energy in that silent period. But first, we need to let ourselves harmonize with each other. So let yourself get settled and comfortable where you are. And just begin that process of aligning the bodies with your breath or with an audible om as you, with your breath, exhale as you balance the physical body, tension in the body, physical discomforts, physicality, nervous tension, any of it, all exhaling out as the body begins to calm. And we feel that initial and first stage of physical relaxation, offering less resistance, being more receptive in our bodies to these incoming, big incoming energies. When you're ready to sense the emotional body and its state today, and on an exhalation, take a breath. And as you exhale, balancing the emotional body, Om. And from this place then, becoming aware of the mental body. And the mental body is busy these days, and you can feel it active. And we'll use the breath to quieten the mental body. So when you're ready to, inhale. And as you exhale, relaxing the mental body, bringing it into harmony. Body, mind, and heart. And see if you can sense that connected, harmonious thrum of the universe within you and without you. Feeling grounded, connected to the mother of the world, the earth, heart, Gaia. And for a moment landing into the heart chakra, and from this place, sensing all hearts around the planet, all groups, all beings, heart to heart to heart, light connected into deeper and deeper group awareness. As we begin to ascend, as Capricorn does, up to the transfiguration on the mountaintop of the personality by the soul. And so, heart connected, take your seat now in the heart of the head, center, at the cave center. in the illumined light of consciousness and your bright awareness. In these powerful and dense-ish times, let the light of your awareness shine through. The color associated with Capricorn is gray. The higher octave of gray is silver. And sense the light of the silver, shining through the density of the material world right now. And from the head center still, sense the light of the soul. And feel that blessing of love, of love, of love, of love. As you sense that those higher registrations through the heart of the sun, through the heart of Shambhala, to the heart of Sirius, and sensing that love consciousness, heart consciousness that works through the masters and teachers, that we are directly connecting to from our seat at the cave center. Feel yourself become present. And receptive to the transmission of this meditation, the energies of Saturn and Pluto and the moon. It's serious business. And you feel that willingness to help hold and receive these energies as conscious soul. Om. And in a moment we'll move into the silence. I'm going to repeat the Capricorn keynote first. Lost am I in light supernal, and on that light I turn my back in service, right? Feel the spaciousness of your deep awareness in the symphony of silence. like white light is the color of all light, of the whole rainbow of light. Silence is the synthesis of all sound. Entering the synthesis of all sound now. Entering the silence with the seed thought now. In the depth and the breadth of the silence, I realize in the depth and the breadth of silence, I realize in that silvery silence, I realize in pure awareness, I realize and like snow, softly landing in pure silence, I receive this realization. We receive these realizations that move and blend into thought forms of mind, heart, and body, and expressions and responses and inventions and healings to the life let these awarenesses become one and part of you, realized in this moment and in these days. Let thine eye be single. And when you're ready to, we'll say the great invocation. And if you know it, you can speak it with me. And if not, just holding, listening, feeling, sensing the vibration of this alchemical wording, followed by 3 ohms from the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into human hearts. May the coming one return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, Let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Diana. Let's stay inside this energetic focus, realizing the light that lives inside us. And as a group, we stand together on the mountaintop as the unicorn. And our eye is single, and the spiral horn connects the light of the heavens with the light of our consciousness. And we turn our back on the light and allow the light to move through us and into the world. And we're going to complete our time together by sending out 3 waves of light to bless our world. And we're going to do it by projecting from the third eye light, from the heart a beam of light, and also from the hands, which are sources of blessing, instruments of amplification of telepathic radiation. So as we send out this light into the world, be aware of sending out light from the ajna center, from the third eye, from the heart, and from the hands. So let us as a group bless our world. Let us be a beacon of light supernal. And we radiate that light out into the world and see it pierce the darkness of ignorance, separation, and hatred, revealing the true nature of our common humanity. So let us send that out on 3 waves of light with 3 soundings of the Tibetan bowl. And then a second one. And as we send out our 3rd wave of light, we see the darkness enshrouding humanity lift, and the light of truth revealed within the heart of the one humanity. Thank you. So this is our task each day, to bring the light into the world in a quiet, humble, unobtrusive way. It doesn't have to be loud. Remember the power of silence and the power of a loving heart. So thank you, everyone, for your presence and your participation. These are incredibly opportune times when we can be a real force for good in the world by bringing the light of who we are into the world. Thank you. Thank you from Meditation Mount. And we wish you good evening from the Pacific time zone, and blessings on our world, and blessings on the one work. So be it.